everybody. Welcome back. Late model fixed series time to close out week 6.
What's going on, Byron?
Wish I could say that I didn't qualify or just, had some
19
sort of
decent fixes.
connection issue, whatever, but I just absolutely sucked. I knew I'm capable of far faster than what I drove and just turned it into completely
Feel like
terrible
I
laps.
trust
So, second lap would have been a lot faster than the first, but screwed it up in 1 and 2 and had to catch it. So, yeah, not very good. So we're starting 13th, 15 in this race. Halfway decent race for a fixed series. In terms of strength field. Car number 8, so we got to work up quite a bit. Inside line's not always completely dominant here. Outside can battle at times. I'm not great at this combination. I just, for whatever reason in this car, have never been able to seem to navigate the bumps very well, but we're going to try to do what we can, especially with 50 laps. I'm going to try to make the most of it and see what we can find out of it. So let's have some fun, keep it clean, see where we go, get ready to roll.
Green.
Off and rolling. Time to do some work and pick up some spots.
Right side. Still there. Clear. Coming up on your
There's the bump, getting people, tens wiggling everywhere.
left side line's clear.
Catches it. Bumps are even worse in 1 and 2 compared to 3 and 4 in terms of how much they upset the car, so something to keep watch while we're here on the inside.
B11. Hold your line. Clear up high.
It's the 11th, working by the 12 right now.
Jenkins. Keep it steady, still there.
Got another one loose up high, that is the 11. Gathers it back in line.
Still there.
The leader has just done a 19.24 P10.
Still battling the 12. Alright, so we start to find a little bit of normal line now. Although we have the 5 working up behind us, so expect him to be fast.
That's the fastest lap of the race. Your last lap time was at 19.48.
Normally I like to run a little bit of a cut down line. Have to watch that with the 5 coming up behind us. Especially when I get way loose off turn 4.
The guy behind is just
bottom because the 11 went high.
The guy in front is
Spots in front of us.
19.40.
If I was trying to look to the inside, you leave anything open on the bottom in short track racing and people will take it.
That's your fastest lap.
Right against the yellow line is slow and treacherous here, so gotta watch what I do.
10th position.
That's how the 10's holding us up.
That's your best lap in the session.
Not a whole ton I can do. The 5's blinking all over behind us, so could end up getting us hit.
Wow.
Not quite quick enough to find a way around the 10. That bump gets me again out of 2. Just continuing to blink from behind. Got one up high, that's the 15 who's off the pace. So it's gonna put a bigger damper on trying to get around the 10. Wish I would have been a little bit closer, could have tried to sneak underneath them. By the lap traffic.
He's still there.
He gets the wall, he gets the 5.
Your lap time was 19.67.
Just watching any chance at an 8th place finish. Kind of dash away here by being stuck behind the 11. But I can't even get the pace to get by him right now. 5 drags the wall down the front stretch, so that's going to give us a little bit of a reprieve. 11's actually starting to pull away now. back to the line that I was running in practice now that I can give the bottom away a little bit.
You've just done a 19.55.
It kind of helps me navigate the bumps a little bit better. I don't know how much faster it's going to be, but I'm going to try something different. Maybe it's not much better.
That lap time was 19.
Maybe I'm just really slow today. That's looking like the more likely explanation. Well, we knew the good races would have to come to an end at some point.
That lap was a 19.60.
Pressure it all from behind. 11's starting to catch some of the cars up ahead. Said he's gonna have to hope for something to happen. Maybe, I don't know, contact,
Just done a
tire wear, I don't know,
19.56.
something. Starting to catch back up to the 11 slowly. And the way around him is going to be a bit tougher. 5 drags the wall again behind. Yeah, I've never really done well with this combination. Just can't seem to navigate the bumps, can't seem to find the pace without wrecking it, so add this one to the list of I need to do a lot of work to be fast at.
That was a 19.62.
11's really pulling, or the 10's really pulling away from the 11, so it's looking like at best maybe a 9th place finish. Like I said, the hard part is really, it's not like the 11 is holding us up significantly, so I can't even, get angry because wouldn't really be catching the pack up front much.
NASCAR driver doing NASCAR driver thing.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Carter, you're an idiot.
Contact out of everybody. Fortunately, we caught damage out of that. Hopefully it doesn't beep-ball the car.
Probably blocking
Not even worried about the safety rating out of it.
I
Just
didn't.
try to
Last
avoid
lap was
people.
a
That puts us all the way
21.00.
up to 4th. That's
Damn clowns.
That's awesome. Wow, we are 4th out of all that. Okay, well, the car is definitely hurt. I would assume the 12 is going to have an advantage since he probably got through it without any damage. I'm going to assume the 5 is going to have an advantage, but yeah, not even halfway.
The lap time was a 19.76.
Wow, yeah, we're going to go back and watch that because that's got to be the craziest thing ever. 1's walked away with the lead. He is 4 seconds ahead. 11 and the 2 both are pulling away. I know this car can sustain damage, but not quite this much. Although the bright side was the 12 last time, but I was only about a half a second, or half a tenth faster. So maybe he drove it back.
Okay, Jake, there's a car
I don't know,
exit in
we'll
the
see
pits,
what
heads up.
happens, but that was completely unexpected. I know I was asking for
That lap was a
contact for a free spot or
19.73.
two. I was not quite asking for the entire front half of the field to be taken out. So we're just going to baby this car along
There's a car leaving the pits.
and try to stay as competitive as possible. Got half a second on the 12, and we're just over half a second behind the 11. Lap times are about the same as the 12 and the 5, so I guess there's a possibility I could hang on to a 4th place somehow.
We're halfway home. We're okay on fuel.
And we are only halfway down. That's the crazy part. I can't even describe what just happened there. Aside from all of a sudden there was cars everywhere on the backstretch, and then we hit somebody, but we kept driving. So I'm guessing if this is real life, that's one of them, that there'd be police in the pits and fights everywhere. 12 shoots way high, 10's coming underneath him, but the 10 is a lap down at least. So
The gap in front is now 0.78.
he's on a fast repair. This car's gonna be faster. Even with tire wear, should be a little bit faster than us. So when he gets to us, we'll just let him by. There's no reason to risk 4th place. As well as 1 second behind, 5's another second
Jenkins
behind
is
him.
bringing you in. The gap's now
Now it's the 14
0.90.
in 6th. Dives it in. I kind of overshot 3 anyways, but try to get him by when we need to. So many fast guys that are a lap or more down now.
The gap ahead is now 0.93.
Trying to get the 10 by here relatively soon. Especially because I'm not really catching the 11, so it's not like I can say, oh, I'm trying to chase him down. And there might be a shot if he makes mistakes, but our goal is just to keep trying to run clean, see if we can hang on to 4th, come away with a very undeserved and unexpected
Gap to
top 5.
Jenkins behind is now 0.86.
The 12 might be slowly catching us, but the rate he's going, hopefully we'll run out of laps. Closing
Well,
in
that was
on
at
15 to go.
19.85.
And we're consistently about 300s.
The gap in front is
Laps
now
slower than the
0.93.
11 up ahead, so he's slowly pulling away. Keeping pretty even with the 12, although the 10 just all of a sudden pulled down to the bottom to let the 12 by? I'm not really quite sure what that was about, considering he blasted through everybody. He didn't really blast through, but then he just pulls over and stops. But okay. Nonetheless, we'll take it. Same gap, 0.9 back to the 12.
That was a 19.88.
No pressure from him, or no pressure from behind him either. 14 has taken over 6. 5's fallen back to 7th. They are 2.2 and 3.4 back, respectively. So I guess the 12 would potentially be the only one to worry about. And like I
That
said,
lap time
that doesn't
was
seem like
19.88.
much of a factor at the moment. It's picking up about half a tenth, but
The gap to Jenkins behind is now
this rate,
0.88.
he'll just fall a little bit short in terms of amount of laps because we've only got 14 left.
You've just done a
You would need
19.94.
closer to 20 laps to do it. But that one was not quite so good, so I don't know, this could get interesting. Probably beat up the right front a bit too much, so
Your lap time was 19.94.
although I'm not sure how much damage is playing into things. At least that time picked up half of what he gained the lap before, so just kind of even some of it out.
That lap was a 19.88.
Trying to pick up the pace a little bit without overdriving it. Force him to really step the pace up and potentially
The gap to Jenkins.
run up the
behind
right
is
front
now
trying to get here.
0.76.
go back to a slower lap.
Your lap time was a
10 to go this time by.
19.92.
He's sitting at 6/10ths back right now, so if he continues to pick up half a tenth each lap, it's going to get really interesting.
All right, Jake, that's good consistency. Keep it up.
Depending on how quickly he catches me, I'll see whether or not I want to battle, or if he looks like he's going to do something stupid, like just let him by to save the top 5, rather than get wrecked and be who knows how far back. Although the goal is to not even have that situation happen, and I just drive fast enough to hang on to 4th. Trying to do what I can for the last few laps. Looks like he's driving it in early, and it's kind of washing him up.
You've just
Rather
done
than
a
backing up the
19.88.
entries and then apexing later and getting off faster, so hopefully that mistake will keep him back. We're lap 45 this time across the line. Strap in for an exciting finish.
Your last lap time was a 19.
A little bit more exciting than I would have liked it to be. You can see how much he's diving in, but how much it hurts his exit. I'm not going to adjust my line to it yet. If he keeps getting closer and he dies, I might try to do one of the, like, stop early, let him fly up, and then kind of cut underneath. See, that time he got a lot closer. Kind of lifted and had to wait. 4 laps to go. I don't think he quite understands that diving in is actually hurting his run off. But he's just going for the full send mode. Which I'm worried the full send mode could end up taking us out. But with 3 laps to go, there's not much time to worry about that.
Here, so you want like talking about being hurt, you're down on power, you're still walking in those rates.
Two to go. See what we can do.
2 laps left.
It's getting there. I get the wall.
Yeah, it's been right
Gets
at
in the
2
back
minutes,
end, that's
getting
on
by,
me.
nothing, you know, just big
Just
egos, big
drove
egos,
really bad in 1 and
all
2, and then
that
slowed us
stuff,
down and caused them to rear-end us. That was on me. Completely my fault, obviously. We'll see
That lap time was 20.30.
what it does. I mean, the safety rating's obviously going to drop, but that's what it is. Fine. Crazy worried about it right now. Trying to hold him off. He's a lot more respectful that last lap, so great job by him.
What's a good win, bud? But you didn't exactly have the
E4,
competition
there's the
after that.
finish. Good drive.
Great race, 12. Sorry for hitting the wall and having you get in the back of me. Did not mean for that to happen at all.
Hey, whoever I was racing with for,
I don't know if he's on the chat to hear my apology or not, but felt bad for that, so and I wanted to throw an apology out there. So yeah, that was a interesting finish, interesting race. I lap 20, everything just, I think it was lap 20-ish, went nuts. So let's take a look at everything. I don't know if that's actually the legit William Byron or not. Be interested to know. But 2 cars
Anybody
get
who knows this off the top of their head, what's idle? Get out of the car, take your gloves off right now. Come on.
2 cars get out of that without any incident.
Hey, Hunter, I'd like
That's
to
awesome.
know how you said that was my fault, buddy. You hit me straight.
Alright, we're not gonna listen to the chat. Don't hear that. And we'll get the overlay off to take a look at everything. Alright, so let's take a look. So this could have been caused by the 1, maybe? 1 on the 6? Let's see. So 1 dives low. I want to see where he's saying that he chased him down. I mean, I can see the argument that he cuts down because the 6 is out there, hold the line, the 1 kind of looks low, and then the 6 dives in to protect it, but the 1 wasn't obviously there at that point to get there. They go into the corner, the 1's running. Here's the moment where he pushes up. He's probably back on the throttle at this point. Just gets into the left rear of the 6. It's going to send him around. The 6, though, I'm guessing at this point is still trying to hold on to it. He's turning. You can see the counter steer. I mean, locking it down is going to be a rough move too, because you're going to get piled into. So I think the 6 is, you know, trying to save his race at this point, leading, which I get it, but at the same time, you kind of have to just take the lumps, and you know, it's a tough break, but you kind of just need to lock it down there instead of trying to continue. So he gets the 1. The 1 just bounces off the inside retaining wall and then continues on. The 2 gets it. So now the 2 gets into the 9. So 9's going to come into this. He's trying to avoid it. He gets piled into. He goes into the outside wall. Let's continue to go back through the field and watch this. 9's going up in the air. Let's, can we get to the 7? Yeah, alright, so let's watch this from the 7's perspective. So you got these 2 cars up ahead. See that wreck happen? It just clogs the entire track. Like, there's literally this slight bit of a lane, and somehow that if you're going slow enough, which isn't going to happen. So we'll watch this frame by frame. Now that outside line is closed up. 1 car is going to skate through that. He thinks he's going to skate through it. He cuts it all the way down to the bottom. 7 thought he was going to be good straightening it out there. He pointed it, tried to correct it back. That's when the car is coming down the track. So he's got absolutely nowhere to go. 28 ends up hitting the wall. He's skating on the bottom. Here comes the 10. Diving down to the bottom. He just gets ricocheted, spun right around. So let's see his view from this. This is like... I've never seen this happen. I've never seen an entire track clogged from a wreck. Because there goes 1 car upside down. So the 10 sees this. I think he's going to try to somewhat slow down. He's going to the bottom. I don't know if the 17's not locking it down, if he hit the gas or what, but it just pins the 10 between the 2 and the 17. So now let's go to my perspective. And what happened here? So following the 11, I see the car, like this is the point where I'm going to see the wreck. So I can see that car upside down. I see that. This is like that, you can tell the moment, like right there is where I saw it. I'm like, oh man, gotta get on the brakes. So on the brakes, trying to slow down. We get underneath the 9, or just to the left of the 9. Trying to correct it. Have it corrected. Okay, so it was the 21. That, which, you know, is obviously not the 21. It's, gonna be what, it's gonna be the 6, the one that originally got spun. So, you know, guy that in my opinion should have locked it down. What is he thinking here? Okay, so for all the complaining he did on the radio about stuff, he's not completely absolved of it. Didn't realize that was who I got hit by. So he gets spun around, and he just guns it hard and turns hard right. Let's go watch this from his cockpit, because I want to see if he actually, like, if the car just was broke and it turned like that, or if he ends up turning right. Let's see. No, that car's broke. Because if you watch his hands, they're actually turning to the left. And unfortunately, I was just the victim of, didn't realize that car was going to cut straight right. Yeah, he's trying to hit, that car's broken, he's just trying to get going, which, again, just gotta take the lumps. It's a terrible break. I hate it. You were leading. I get it. You want to finish as high up as possible, especially when you're the 6th leading a 2900 strength field race. I completely understand that. Like, 100% get the sentiment. But you need to log it down at the beginning, in my opinion. And then after you already got crushed and you hit the gas and the car's not really going anywhere, that's the point where you just really got to lock it down and take the lumps in tow. Like, that, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how much it changes for the race, but that literally, like, let's watch this again. So I've got the 11. I have no visibility to the 21 yet because I've got the 11 right in front of me. There's the 21 at that point, and I don't know what I'm supposed to do to avoid him at that point. Like, I don't know. Maybe I try to cut to the outside wall more right here, but I'm so worried that if I continue to do that, because like I had so much right wheel in it, I'm trying to straighten it out. I don't really think there's much I could do to avoid that. Like, let's watch it. reality, I think it's actually netcode. Yeah, it's actually netcode that gets us. But the reality is, the direction the 6/21 was headed, we were getting pounded in the left front anyways. I'm just very, very fortunate enough that we didn't get any more damage out of it than we did, and that it somehow maintained the suspension and could keep going enough. Like that's. I don't know. I mean, probably put the blame on the one for it. Um, I don't know. I feel like, in a sense, it got exasperated by the 6, just trying to save it and continuing on. Um, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, let's take one more look at it. I know I've rehashed this like over and over again. I just want to see back here. Had the 20 of the 6 not done it, would it be any better? So he spins. If he locks it down, the 2's still probably going to get him. They're probably going to go to the inside retaining wall, much to the similar fashion that they did. I mean, my problem is, like, he's still on the gas at the point of spinning to the inside wall. Like, I don't know what you're going to do at that point. It's hard to say. The 2 probably still bounces off the wall, and the 9 still probably gets there, and then, like, everybody's just so close and driving in, like, trying to get every spot they can that, I don't know. Not 100% sure. Like, the 10 probably might have made the right call. I'm thinking he's hoping that the 17 would have just locked the brakes and held it up here, and then he's got this lane to shoot through. If I'm him, I don't expect that guy to lock it. I probably, knowing not having anybody behind me, I probably would have tried to sneak by on the outside wall. You can, guys, let me know if that you would think the wrong move. It's hard to say how much less severe this wreck would have been had the 21 not hit the gas trying to save it and it just locked it down there. But most definitely, we wouldn't have gotten involved had he not hit the gas trying to get going again here. It's a really tough break. Obviously, the 2x hitting the wall, which turned into 4x because we were really slow and the 12 got in the back of us, is completely my fault. That's completely stupid. So I would not have gotten out of this race without any incident points. Yeah, that was just really dumb on my part. I overshot 1 and 2, tried to get on the gas too early to stay in front of the 12 and got the wall. That's just a really dumb driving error on my part. But I can't even I don't even know what to think of this race. This was just insane to have what 5, 6, like 9, 8 or 9 cars involved in that. Um, yeah, I mean the fact that we finished with 8 on the lead lap is pretty crazy in itself. I think that's pretty insane. But yeah, it just yeah, I'm at a loss for words right now. I really am. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. That was crazy on lap 20. Very unexpected. I'll take the top 5, I guess. Better lucky than good. But I think there's a lot of lessons for everybody to learn from this. And kind of how to handle things a little better going forward, especially in wrecks. So easier said than done, I suppose. But heat of the moment, I get it, and just stuff that, if nothing else, it's something that I need to practice what I preach and make sure that I'm continuing to do this going forward. So let me know, guys, all of your thoughts on this, other stuff in general with the race. Just love to hear from you guys. That got a lot more exciting than I expected it to. So glad to get you guys a decent finish. And we'll move on to week 7. So let me know all your thoughts. Love to hear from you guys. And until the next one, I hope all your laps are fast, your races are clean, and your finishes are good. Thanks for watching.